welcome to Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio. Rick McCann behind the microphone. We've got the latest breaking news, extended weather forecast, and great music coming up live, broadcasting from the Blue Ram Media Studios here in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Mama, I found someone like you said would come along. He's a sight so unlike any man I've known. I was afraid to let him in, 'cause I'm not the trusting kind. But now I'm convinced that he's heaven sent and must be out of his mind. Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me. And in my life is where he says he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. And Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. And Mama, you've always said better look before you leave. Maybe so, but here I go, letting my heart lead me. He thinks I hum the moon and stars. I think he's a living dream. Well, there are many, but ones like him are few and far between. Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me. And in my life, it's where he said he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. Oh, and Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me.
Does your company, church, business, or school need to get your employees certified in first aid, CPR, and saving a life? Well, guess what? Armor Tech is here on the Gulf Coast. Call them today at 251-264-2498. They will bring the training to you wherever you're at. 251-264-2498. These guys are fantastic. They're paramedics, firefighters. They know their stuff. They'll also teach you AED, stop the bleed, and the use of Narcan. 251-264-2498. Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Coastal Alabama's Radio, a production of Blue Ram Media Group. We're broadcasting live as we do every morning right here along the Alabama Gulf Coast in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I'm Rick McCann behind the microphone, and we've got plenty of interesting things to tell you about today, along with some really great music as always. And I've also got a special extended weather forecast for you. And unfortunately, it does include the possibility of a couple of rounds of severe weather over the weekend. So I'll get that to you as quickly as possible. Remember, we have a lot of interesting things happening here along the Gulf Coast that really does depend on the weather. A lot of outdoor events, and especially this time of year, we have all sorts of musical events. We have special events. This weekend is one of the biggest, and that is the Fairhope Arts and Crafts Show. And you may remember last year and the year before that, there was a little rain and storm issues. And there was another issue too. Someone called in a fake bomb threat in the area. And there's been a couple of years when things were kind of rough, but they've always managed to get the job done. It's one of those festivals I really do look forward to. We've got some big things happening over on the wharf in Orange Beach. I'm going to bring that information to you as well. Of course, news and so much more. Remember, you can contact us anytime at the helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. You can advertise with us. You can send breaking news to newsdesk at bluerammedia.com. And you can tell us how good or bad that we're doing. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. And be sure to sign up for our daily newsletters. Information you won't see elsewhere. We're on top of the news so that you stay informed. Contact us 24/7 at helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. I also invite you to send us your indie music. If you're an indie singer, we'd love to hear from you. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. Okay, there's a lot of business to take care of, and we try to get that done, get it out of the way in the beginning, but we've got a lot more business to take care of. So let's play some great music, and I'll be back in a moment.
Some people go through life never knowing why they're here. They never find someone like you. The moment I touched your hand and looked into your eyes, I knew what I was meant to do. I was born to love you. I was born to love you. I was born to love you till the day I die. I was born to love you. I was born to love you. I was born to love you till the day at you stopping me in my boots. What's a country boy to do but say, smile beat my chest up. You're downright dangerous. That shaking you giddy up. Got my eyes going, what? Sipping on this 7-7. Never been this close to heaven. Got a pretty turned up to 11. Dropping on dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor. She's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter. She's a flatliner. Oh, she's a flatliner. Tell 'em about it, Dirk. Dang girl, I'm done. I ain't never seen no one popping it like a cold one. I'm dropping down like, oh my, see the light. I don't mean the neon kind. One kiss from you tonight and send me on to the other side. Sipping on this 7-7. Never been this close to heaven. Got a pretty turned up to 11. Dropping on dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor. She's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter. She's a flatliner. Oh my God. Got it, buddy. Dang girl, look at you stopping me in my boots. What's a country boy to do? What would Dirk do?
Grab a guitar and go sing her song.
And go play one of my songs?
No, don't play one of yours, play one of mine, man.
Yeah, sipping on this 7-7. Never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11. Dropping them dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor. She's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter. She's a flatliner. Sipping on this 7-7. Never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11. Dropping them dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor. She's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter. She's a flatliner. Oh. She's a flatliner. Yeah, man, she's gonna hurt somebody, dude. Yeah, she's a flatliner.
There's still a cigarette machine by the shuffleboard. A coin drop jukebox full of songs you don't hear much
you need to call the professionals at Mobile Bay Public Safety Patrol. 251-264-2498. Mobile patrols, residential communities, schools, churches, and businesses. Alarm response, professionally trained law enforcement experience. Mobile Bay Patrol, 251-264-2498. Call them today and you'll sleep better tonight. Mobile Bay Patrol. Crank that radio up. Leave those cares behind. Stroll on down the coastline with Coastal Alabama Highway 98 Radio. Have you heard that saying, keep your eyes to the skies? Well, I do. I kind of like to look up and see the birds and the passing planes and so forth. But just in the last couple of weeks, there have been some amazing aircraft flying overhead. I'm talking about across the bay in Fairhope, Daphne, just in the last couple of weeks. I know people have had their attention on that beautiful ship that was brought in to the Mobile port. But looking up in the sky, besides all of the Coast Guard aircraft, the helicopters and planes, there have been some very unique corporate planes, big commercial jets that you seldom see in this area, and other aircraft flying overhead. There is a gentleman on Facebook. I forget his name. I know his last name is Black. You might want to check out some of his pictures. He's always keeping his eyes to the sky and taking photos, some really remarkable ones actually. But it's just amazing what type of aircraft is flying over the Gulf Shores area and over on the eastern shore. We have a lot of military, of course, aircraft that come through, but these are other commercial, and some of them are private, some of them are cargo, and just very unique. You don't usually see them in this area, but keep your eyes to the skies. You might be surprised what you see.
It can happen any moment, without reason or rhyme. It might be right around the corner, or it'll come up from behind. A picture that I thought would fade, but I still clearly see. When the thought of you catches up with me, it can happen on a Sunday drive, sky above a shade of blue, heading down some lonesome highway, then you come into view. Mile after mile goes by, but you're all I see. When the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you comes to mind, it'll carry me away to a better place in time. It can happen in the dead of night, or any day of the week. come find me when I'm in bed asleep. And I'll have that dream about you, and I sure love what I see. When the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you catches up with me.
It's 7:30 in the morning in a Mickey D's drive-through. And 2 muffins, 1 coffee, and a little bitty orange juice. I saw a man with a sign on the corner. I rolled my window down, handed him $1. That's when I heard her ask, "Hey Daddy, who was that?" And before I could answer back, she said, "Daddy, look, there's a plane in the sky. Are we there yet? Did you just see that dog run by? The squirrels have houses in the trees. Why God put stingers on honeybees? It's crazy all the things she sees on the side of the road, out of that window beside her. I wish I could be more like her. My little dangling feet, pretty and pink, backseat driver." Later on that day on the highway back home, I saw a lady in a black Mercedes yelling at her phone. She flew by me with her finger in the air, and I had to act like I didn't care. And that's when I heard her ask, "Daddy, why was she so mad?" Before I could answer back, she said, "Daddy, can you please turn up the radio? Hey, what are you pushing with your feet that makes us go? The squirrels have houses in the trees. Why God put stingers on honeybees? It's crazy all the things she sees on the side of the road, out of that window beside her. I wish I could be more like her. My little dangling feet, pretty and pink, backseat driver. One day I'll look back and I'll miss when my whole world wasn't over that dash. It was back there, buckled in. Saying, "Daddy, look, there's a plane in the sky. Are we there yet? Did you just see that dog run by? The squirrels have houses in the trees. Why would God put a stinger on a honeybee? It's crazy all the things she sees on the side of the road, out of that window beside her. I wish I could be more like her. My little dangling feet, pretty and pink, backseat driver. My backseat driver. 7:30 in the morning in a Mickey D's drive-through. 2 muffins, 1 coffee, and a little bitty orange juice.
Rip currents cause an estimated 100 deaths each year in the United States. In 2021, 5 of these deaths were on the Gulf Coast. Rip currents are the #1 weather-related killer at the beaches along the northern Gulf Coast. The number of rip current fatalities on these beaches is more than the fatalities of flooding, tornadoes, lightning, and tropical storms or hurricanes combined. Learn the facts. Before heading out to the beach, check current beach conditions and know what each flag means. Always swim near a lifeguard. Rip currents are narrow currents that flow away from the beach. If you notice you're being pulled away from the beach and are swimming and getting tired, you may be in a rip current. Think of it like a treadmill that you can't turn off. You want to step to the side of it. Don't swim against the current. Try to swim across it in a direction following the shoreline. Rip currents do not pull you under, but may take you as far out as a football field so people can tire quickly. The most important thing is to stay calm. If you can't escape the current, float or calmly tread water. Wave for help if you can. Rip current strength eventually subsides and may even take you closer to shore. If you see someone caught in a rip current, call 911 or get a lifeguard and throw something that floats towards the victim. For more information, please visit www.visitalbeaches.com/safety.
Your local news and 7-day forecast coming up moments away. And we've just added a few more events happening in our area. The Native American Experience is coming to Dolphin Island, and that's going to take place on March the 22nd from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. at Fort Gaines on the island. Tribal members from the Porch Band of Creek Indians, Florida Seminole Tribe, and more will all be on hand to provide interactive demonstrations of activities such as stickball, pottery making, Native American dancing, canoe carving, and bead work. There'll be cultural displays and self-guided tours of Fort Gaines. Admission is just $15 for those under or over 13, I should say. $10 for those who are age 5 through 12, and anyone 4 and younger will be free. That's coming up once again March the 22nd from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Get your tickets today.
Operator, please connect me with 1982. I need to make apologies for what I didn't do. I sure do need to tell her that I thought the whole thing through, and now it's clear that she is what I should have held on to. They say hindsight's 20/20, but I'm nearly going blind from staring at her photograph and wishing she was mine. It's that same old lost love story. It's sad, but it's true. There was a time when she was mine in 1982. Postman, can you sell me a special kind of stamp? One to send a letter from this crazy lonely man back into the wasted years of my living past. I need to tell her now I know how long my love will last. They say I'm near the golden line. From staring at her photograph and wishing she was mine. It's that same old lost love story. It's sad, but it's true. There was a time when she was mine in 1982. Losing my mind, going back in time to 1982.
Day started with a sixer, ended with a bottle of Jack. Was throwing it down every bar in this town with a six string on my back. I finally had my last round, coming up on 90 days. I'm sober as hell, and I'm doing well, but there's one thing I can't change. Baby, you're the queen. Baby, you're the queen. I can't give up, put you down. You're all I think about. Baby, so queen. Like it or never to say. No, I can't break this so hard to quit. So hard to quit. Coming up on 90 days. Sober as hell, yeah, I'm doing well, but there's one thing I can't change.
Mobile Bay Patrol Service, public safety and law enforcement trained with more than 30 years experience here along the Gulf Coast, protecting our people, our property, and our way of life. Give them a call at 251-264-2498. They offer mobile patrol services of churches, businesses, schools, gated communities, condominiums, beach resorts, yacht clubs, and so much more. 251-264-2498. Call today and you will sleep better tonight. Well, once again this morning, I've got your 10-day extended weather forecast. In fact, we go beyond that 10-day to see what's happening. Look as far out as possible. For the rest of the day, we're going to see mostly sun and a little bit of clouds mixed in. And we do have a slight chance of rain sometime today in some of our area, about 25% actually. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at about 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow, as we are heading in to the Fairhope Arts and Crafts Show, starts off the day in the morning, sunny, some clouds, 75 will be the high, 66 in the overnight, and once again, we have about a 25% chance of rain, hopefully nothing too major. Winds coming out of the southeast, 16 to 20 miles an hour. That's enough of a gust to blow things around for sure. Now, Saturday is really our alert day. Saturday, we have about a 90% chance of rain, thunderstorms, and very gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. This could be really devastating to the Fairhope Crafts and our show, and I plan on being down there, so I better prepare for the weather. But hopefully everything stays calm until late evening. 76 degrees Saturday for the high, 61 in the overnight. And please keep a radio weather box or something close by. Thankfully on our phones these days, we get those alerts about the stormy weather. I hope you do as well. On Sunday, the high will be once again around 75, much nicer, about maybe 85 to 90% chance of sun and just a few clouds roaming around. But once again, about a 20% chance of rain. Winds coming out of the west-northwest at about 15 miles per hour. 75 will be the high. So those of you who are going to the Arts and Crafts Show on Sunday, that right now seems to be the perfect day. Monday, 70 degrees will be the high, bright and sunny, of course, wouldn't you know it, 50 in the overnight, and almost a 0% chance of rain for Monday. Maybe you should just get ill and take Monday off. Nah, skip that. Northwest winds blowing at about 12 to 15 on Monday. Tuesday, another beautiful day, right around 70 degrees with a lot of sunshine. Less than 3% chance of rain. 59 will be the overnight low. And winds coming out of the east-southeast at about 11 miles per hour. As we head into the midweek next week, Wednesday and Thursday, once again, we're going to see sunshine and some clouds, but another 25 to 40% chance of rain on both days. Highs around 75 during the daytime, about 50 in the overnight. And then once again, as we head back into the weekend, we have more chances of thunderstorms, some heavy rain at time. We'll look closer at that and have the latest for you on Monday's program. But like I like to say, don't let a little rain or even a little thunder catch you off guard and get you to stay inside. Just go out. If you're a visitor, spring breaker, enjoy the weather while you can. Eat some great food, do a little shopping during the rainstorm, and everything will pass. And that is your extended weather forecast from the Gulf Coast favorite radio right here, coastal Alabama's Highway 98.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
I know what this is, I know what it's not. I know where it starts, I know where it stops. It ain't coffee in the morning, no, it's a shot in the dark. I know what I'm getting myself into right now, but I just can't help it, I still wanna stick around. Till that sun starts telling me it's time to kiss your lips goodbye. Till the left side of my bed is empty and I'm wondering why. Baby, I can be the shadow dancing with you in the dark. I love you with all of my heart. Till dawn do us part. Till dawn do us part. Oh yeah. I know when it rains, I know when it don't. I know when you call, I know what you want. It ain't coffee in the morning, no, it's a shot in the dark. I know what I'm getting myself into right now, but I just can't help it, I still wanna stick around. Till that sun starts telling me it's time to kiss your lips goodbye. Till the left side of my bed is empty and I'm wondering why. Baby, I can be the shadow dancing with you in the dark. I love you with all of my heart. Till dawn do us part. Till dawn do us part. Oh yeah. If I can't have your sunshine, baby, I'll be your moon. And if I can't have tomorrow, I'll spend the night with you. Till that sun starts telling me it's time to kiss your lips goodbye. Till the left side of my bed is empty and I'm wondering why. Baby, I can be a shadow dancing with you in the dark. I love you with all of my heart. Till dawn do us part. Till dawn do us part. Yeah, till dawn do us part. Till dawn do us part. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby.
Nobody in his right mind would have left her. That was her favorite song. She sang along every time it came on. First time we danced was to Marina Del Rey, and I fell right there and then. I didn't want that song to end. Baby blue was the color of her eyes. I can still see them in my mind. Probably will for the rest of my life. Damn straight, you're killing me, man. You know I've always been your biggest fan. Now I can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight, I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on, my heart gets broken half. But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight. The other day, right out of the blue clear sky, you came on in my truck. I couldn't turn it off fast enough. I tried to get back in the game, but this old heart just ain't the same. Hell, I can't even give it away. sing along every time it came on.
It's a very simple thing. It only takes 2 seconds. We all know we should do it. We all say we do it. But do we? About 35,000 people were killed in motor vehicle accidents last year. More than half were not wearing a seatbelt. A brother, a father, a mother, a best friend. Is it worth it? I lost a sister. Don't let it happen to you and your family. Tell the people you love to buckle up.
And this morning I've got the latest Daphne police arrest log. D'Antonio Knight was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant and booked into the Daphne jail. Actually, Ruth Bracey was arrested by Daphne police for obstructing law enforcement and using a false identity. This happened at Lowe's Home Improvement. Cassandra Ball was arrested. She had an outstanding arrest warrant and she was taken to the jail. Dorico Griffin was arrested by police after a traffic stop and charged with driving under the influence. Camilla Williams was arrested for public intoxication. This was on US 98. Calvin V. Baldwin was arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant. Eva Marie Edwards also arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant, both arrested in separate incidents and booked into the jail. Megan Ashley Simpson was driving under the influence of illegal narcotic and was arrested on US 90 near Office Depot. Malik Hoyt was arrested for possession of marijuana. This occurred on Park Drive. Heath Heron was arrested for driving under the influence of a controlled substance. This happened on US 90. Tyler Travis Gilmore was arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant. Brenda Johnson was arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant. Constant Walsh was arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant. All of them were arrested at different times and places and booked into the jail. Emmanuel Garcia was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol near the Microtel on US 98. Darius Johnson was arrested for felony possession of marijuana. Taylor Freeman was arrested for having an outstanding warrant. Melissa Bella had an outstanding warrant. Corey Johnson arrested on an outstanding warrant. Frank Wright arrested for an outstanding warrant. Laquan Johnson arrested for an outstanding warrant. Cassandra Kirsting was arrested for an outstanding arrest warrant. Kenneth Heathcock was arrested for an outstanding warrant. Darius Williams was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Christian Farias was also arrested for having an outstanding warrant. Damon Harris had an outstanding arrest warrant. Quentin Northpeck was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Daniel Peyton Taylor was picked up for having an outstanding arrest warrant. All of these were arrested at different times and places and booked into the city jail. Police arrested William Michael Elmore and charged him with theft of property. This happened on US 98. Shadero Pirafoy was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Austin Stewart had an outstanding arrest warrant. Lachey White arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Melissa Combs was arrested for domestic violence in the third. She was also charged with criminal mischief in that incident as well. Corey DeLuca was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. Casey Burdett was arrested for theft of property. Nicholas Stafford was arrested for having a warrant. Zachary Lee also arrested for having a warrant. Police also arrested Amanda Balvin for criminal mischief, second degree. Tony Bowler was arrested for theft of property on US 98. Jerome Johnson was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Police also conducted a traffic stop on Raul Perdido and charged him with driving under the influence of alcohol. John George was arrested also for driving under the influence of alcohol. Takia Stillings was arrested for having an outstanding warrant. Eric Alcid also had an outstanding arrest warrant. Police arrested James Brown near Daphne Avenue for driving under the influence of alcohol. Hannah Elizabeth Newman was arrested for having an outstanding warrant. This occurred at the Thomas Freestanding Hospital on 181. Richard Burrows was charged with having an outstanding warrant. Tony Lee was charged with having an outstanding arrest warrant. Michael Ellis was charged with stalking. Police arrested Julie Clemens on a warrant. Terry Fuller was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. Carrie Hall was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Police conducted a traffic stop on Kathleen Cameron, and she was arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. Matthew McLean was arrested for tampering with physical evidence. Brandon Nettles was charged with having an outstanding warrant and also for possession of marijuana in the second degree. This happened at Champions Way in 181. Tamara Bedgood was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant and taken to the jail. Stephen Ard was arrested for falsely reporting an incident and booked into the city jail. Kissy Curry Adams was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant. Annie Moore was charged with possession of a controlled substance at Zaxby's and taken to jail. Jeffrey Scott Landrum was charged with having an outstanding warrant. Benjamin Alonzo Lewis was charged with DUI after a traffic stop. Michael Odell Sims was charged with fraudulent use of a credit card at one of our retailers in Daphne. Deanne Hayes Hallman was charged with illegal possession of prescription narcotics after a traffic stop. Reuben Darnell Hector was charged with having an outstanding warrant. Duram Rashika was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Colton Sims also charged with driving under the influence of controlled substance after a traffic stop. Julia Hensley was arrested for having an outstanding arrest warrant and booked into the Daphne jail. Aaron Betts also arrested for having an outstanding warrant. Ashley Weathington arrested for having an outstanding warrant. Heather Proncher was arrested for having an outstanding warrant. All of them arrested at different locations and times and booked into the jail. Leandra Ward was also picked up on an outstanding arrest warrant and booked into the city jail. At this time, that is the latest police arrest in the city of Daphne. You're listening to Coastal Alabama Radio, broadcasting right here in the Blue Ram Media Studios in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Welcome aboard.
Tornado tore through a Midwest town. Wasn't nothing in its path that didn't take down, except the Baptist church and a ball field. Then they rebuilt. Talk about tough people. She was 4 years old when they got the news. It was in her little lungs, it was stage 2. Mama spent every night by her bed, and Daddy shaved his head. Talk about tough people. Yeah, there were plenty of times she could have gave up, but she did. Now she fought like hell till she rang that bell in Memphis. off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. It's a single mom working 2 jobs a day, and a farmer barely getting by needing rain. It's a grandma waiting tables working through the pain. It's a cop on a call running in gun drawn, 'cause the shooter's in his schoolhouse hallway. There's a whole lot of bad in the world out there. And it's hard to keep going when it don't seem fair. Keep on fighting when your back's against the wall. Keep on getting back up when you fall. Keep on keeping your head held high, 'cause I still believe hard work pays off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. Oh, tough people. Yeah. He was dog tags, boots, and army green. Shipped off somewhere to keep us all free. Came back in a box with a flag on it. It's home, don't it? Talk about tough people. Man, talk about some tough people. Hey! There's a whole lot of bad in the world out there. And it's hard to keep going, it don't seem fair, but I still believe hard work pays off, good beats evil, and tough times make tough people. Yes, you'll make some tough people.
Crime is going up. You need to call the professionals at Mobile Bay Public Safety Patrol. 251-264-2498. Mobile patrols, residential communities, schools, churches, and businesses. Alarm response. Professionally trained law enforcement experience. Mobile Bay Patrol, 251-264-2498. Call them today and you'll sleep better tonight. Mobile Bay Patrol.
Biddeford 113.
Biddeford, go ahead.
113, could you respond to Poole Street in the area of UNE? Have a report of a motor vehicle crash. 2 vehicles head-on. Multiple PI. Great.
Okay, 10-4, I'll be en route.
Do you know what to do when you hear an emergency vehicle approaching? Slow down. Signal. Move to the right as far as you can. Stop when it's safe to do so. It's the law. Remember to pull to the right for sirens and lights. Help save a life.
Well, I have a very big trip, work-related trip, but of course I'm going to have some fun along the way too. I'm driving out to California and then up to Salt Lake City and then on to Des Moines, Iowa for business. And I'll be gone for 10 to 14 days, but don't fear, don't fret. I've never failed you yet. No, I'll actually be broadcasting live from the road. Yeah. Technology these days allows people to broadcast, whether it be TV or radio, from any place in the world, as long as you have internet or satellite, which I do. And I'll be broadcasting live along the way. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, probably final trip westward anyways. And I'm looking forward to it for the most part. I love to drive. I hope to see a lot of new things. And I'll keep you updated along the way, but I'll bring you the latest weather news locally. I'll bring you all the good stuff that's happening as well as the music. I will also add that extra layer of what's going on, what I'm seeing, and I'll even post some videos to our social media platforms. But just keep me in your thoughts. You never know. That's a long drive. I'm talking about roughly 5,000 to 6,000 miles round trip. Maybe even a little bit more if I do a couple of side trips. But I will definitely let you know what's going on. And, well, you know, it's kind of exciting. If you've taken cross-country trips before, send us a quick email, helpdesk@bluerammedia.com. Let us know any tips that you have for survival, and I'd love to hear from you.
Sheets, burn my clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin. Tequila shots and lime, kiss some guy that I don't know, and still taste you on my lips. I could hit the club, tell the DJ turn it up, and still hear you breathing in my ear. Get a little numb so I don't feel your touch, but my body still thinks you're here. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? I could sleep for days, hide away, but you'd be there waiting for me in my dreams. I could go insane, lose my mind, lose myself, and never shake your memory. I'm down to give you up, but you linger in my blood, and I can feel you in my veins. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? Baby, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna yeah, tell me what's it gonna take? I could burn my sheets, burn my clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin.
She's a gooseneck on a dually, long neck at the bar. Loves old John Wayne movies, waltzing under them stars. She's sun up in the saddle, cutting through the hurt. Loves branding her cattle, long live cowgirls. Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made
Chinese wife. Stop a runaway freight train with her high country smile. She's tough as December, salt of the earth, make you fall like September. Long live cowgirls. Well, she rode in them wagons when the Wild West was won. Took the canyons and badlands and made them her home.
She's boots on, Chris LeDoux songs, snaps on her pearls.
She's been there, she'll be here till the end of the world. Long live cowgirls.
What am I doing lying in this casket? Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm dead. I got shot. I'm not supposed to be dead. I'm only 17. And now I can't see my 18th birthday because I'm a fatal victim of gun violence. My friends, my family, my own mother was devastated. Can't see her son anymore because of gun violence. And everyone's here at the funeral. But before they lay me to rest, there's just one last thing I have to do. How many more of us have to die from gun violence? Let's put a stop to this, because if we don't, the next time it could be your child lying in this casket.
Does your church or business organization have an upcoming event that you really want people to know about? You can send your information right now to the help desk at bluerammedia.com. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We'd love to tell our community about what's happening in your community. Again, send us the date, the location, what's happening, and we'll get the word out totally free as a community service. Send it to helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. If you're a big country music fan, and why wouldn't you be? I mean, great music. Well, there's some big concerts headed this way at the Wharf in Orange Beach. Starting on May the 2nd, Allison Cross and Union Station. What a voice. I love this woman, and I think you'll really enjoy the music. That's on a Friday, May the 2nd. And then, just a few weeks later, right there at the Wharf, Keith Urban coming in for a big concert on Thursday evening, starting at 7 p.m., May the 22nd. And right behind him is Dwight Yoakam. I don't think he's been touring much lately, but he's definitely coming to Orange Beach, Alabama on May the 29th, Thursday night, starting at 7:30. And a big concert just announced, Hank Williams Jr. coming on Saturday, June the 7th, kicking off the big concert there at 6:30 p.m. That's a Saturday, June the 7th. And if that wasn't enough, Kansas, if you're a big Kansas fan, they're coming in. No, they're not country, but they're coming in on Friday, June the 20th. That's at 7 p.m. And Thomas Rhett will be coming in June on the 28th on a Saturday night, kicking off at 7:30. Parker McCollum kind of a new voice, will be in on Saturday, July the 26th, starting at 7:30. Those are some big concerts coming to Orange Beach, Alabama. And that's on top of those two other big concerts happening over in Gulf Shores. Yeah, you know which ones I'm talking about. We've got all kinds of music happening here along Alabama's Gulf Coast this summer, so get out and enjoy it.
I didn't think I was a bad guy. I knew that you were good. You were golden on the inside, and you loved me the best you could. I'm the one that dropped the ball, got you high and let you fall. Let the best thing I ever had slip away. What does that say about me? I could do you like I did, that I could break an angel's wings. What does that say about me? That I stood there like a fence post as you drove off in your car. What does that say about me now that I've broke your pretty heart? Your pretty heart. I've been drinking like a drunkard in these Austin neon lights, burning smokes and wondering if there's anything I've done right. Well, I wish that I could go back, hang on to what I had. Yes, it's all, babe, nothing but a dream. What does that say about me? I could do you like I did, that I could break an angel's wings. What does that say about me? That I stood there like a fence post as you drove off in your car. What does that say about me now that I broke your pretty heart? Your pretty heart. What does that say about me? I could do you like I did, that I could break an angel's wings. What does that say about me? That I stood there like a fence post as you drove off in your car. What does that say about me now that I've broke your pretty heart? Your pretty
This is for all you sophisticated ladies out there. She grew up in the city in a little subdivision. Her daddy wore a tie, mama never fried a chicken. Ballet, straight A's, most likely to succeed. They bought It's that country thing, you know. Yeah. Sing the night. Oh, that's pretty lady.
Your home for Christian country.
Saying how it's gonna be so good, so beautiful. 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Even though I don't tell you all the time, baby, blue ain't your color.
Driving in the car or on the app. Thanks for listening.
Baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now.
Coastal Alabama's all new Highway 98 Radio.
This weekend, starting tomorrow, well, actually starting tonight, Thursday night, a lot of the vendors and people that's going to be participating in the annual Fairhope Arts and Crafts Festival will be setting up. And once again this year, we do have a threat of some substantial weather, bad weather, coming in. And maybe starting Friday evening and Saturday for sure, we've got several different storms that may be blowing through, some with some very serious winds, rains, lightning, and maybe even a chance of a tornado. We really have to keep our eyes on that because right now, as it stands this very moment, we've talked to the event organizers and it's a go. As far as they're concerned, all of the vendors and the people that's participating will be setting up their tents and weirs and so forth tonight. And the show will kick off as normal on Friday. Just make sure that you are weather aware. You know, keep your ear to the phone if you get those alerts on your phone or weather box. But as of right now, everything is definitely a go in Fairhope.
Mobile Bay Patrol Service, public safety and law enforcement trained with more than 30 years experience here along the Gulf Coast, protecting our people, our property, and our way of life. Give them a call at 251-264-2498. They offer mobile patrol services of churches, businesses, schools, gated communities, condominiums, beach resorts, yacht clubs, and so much more. 251-264-2498. Call today and you will sleep better tonight.
And just like that, once more, that wraps things up for another program. Certainly, we're going to have a whole lot more to tell you about on our next show. And I mentioned last radio program, we're looking at extending the programs to a 5-day schedule. We'll see how that works out with my schedule, and we'll keep you updated. But we have so much happening this weekend. I hope everybody gets a chance to get out. Don't let a little rain worry you. Just bring an umbrella or a little rain, coat. And galoshes, as they used to say where I was from back in the day. But we have a lot going on. So remember, no matter where you're going, spring break is happening all around us, and it will until the end of April. Please. Keep the phone down. Don't drink and drive. Don't speed. And for heaven's sake, if you hear sirens, see red or blue lights coming up behind you, you have to pull to the right. It's the law. You can get a big fat ticket, or worse yet, you could lose your license if you have too many of those things on your record. Give our first responders leadway. Give them the road. If they're already on the right shoulder, they have an accident, police have somebody stop, you have to move to the left as quickly and safely as possible. Until the next time, y'all be safe, be blessed, and we'll see you back here on the radio.